Howdy guys and dolls out there in YouTube land. Favorite little keto goofball Diamond, and today is day 1115 of my ketogenic journey. I'm going to show you what I ate yesterday, or tell you more or less. It's been a crazy busy weekend. I'm going to do a weigh-in and everything, and I'm going to tell you about the crazy stuff that popped off around here this weekend. Stuff that was completely unexpected. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and ring that bell and all the things you haven't done yet. It's time to rant, rave, and misbehave a very tired Keto Diamond style.
Three, two, one.
Busy weekend. Didn't have a chance to record my breakfast. I had 2 of the Smokies sausages fried up, and I had 3 boiled eggs, or easy for breakfast, and it was a 16-hour fast at like 1 p.m. Yes, so I'm gonna go ahead and record this, even though I've lost all my makeup for the evening. I also had 2 chicken and cheese sandwiches with mayonnaise on Aldi Zero Net Carb bread. That little baby of my nephew's, she reminds me so much of Anthony. For every bite I took, she had to have a bite. She had to have a pinch, had a little something, even though she'd done been in my refrigerator having all the cheese. And she had a, what do you call it? We call this Lunchable, and she should have been plenty full, but just like Anthony, she had to have my food. Then my nephew Lil John sat down with some burgers he grilled. She had to have his too. I was like, oh my goodness, these babies. Guys, my nephew Lil Johnny grilled up some cheeseburger patties tonight. Yes, the little Johnny that all the little Johnny jokes are about. Or he would say all of that stuff anyway. So he grilled them up, and he put something called Dill seasoning and some other stuff on them. I don't know how keto-friendly all that is, but I got 2 pieces of cheese. I got some organic ketchup and some mayonnaise. You guys, I feel like I've been playing in the ocean for 48 hours with hard waves smacking into me. It was a lot of fun, but Lord, y'all, this girl is tired. Really tired. And the video yesterday I did, it was so quick. I didn't have any time. Everybody just kind of showed up at the house. I'll tell you all about that, but first I'm going to tell you about the keto stuff. Alright, so I didn't have much of a chance to record much of anything. I did record those burgers late at night, but everything else, I didn't have time. And the burgers were kind of late at night. That's when they did the grilling out. They had to wait for the rain to stop. They were good. My nephew leaves them really, really pink in the middle. I don't like that. So after he went to bed, I took my burgers and put them on the stove and finished cooking them. The seasoning they used on them was really good, but I'm a little scared of any and all food poisoning. I've done gave myself that before, and I'm good. I don't want no more of it. So I cooked mine up a lot better. That little old youngin' that was here with him, it turns out she is my great niece. We don't really do steps in this family. If you're family, you're family. But anyway, he's been with her mama since she was like 3 months old. So she my great niece, all right? And then the bigger one that looks just like me is his biological child. But anyway, that little youngin' reminded me so much of Anthony. Everything I ate, she had to eat, even though she done been to the refrigerator 15 times and had cheese and oh God, what are they called? Lunchables and everything. What I was eating, she had to eat, and she got over there with my nephew and ate his food too. And she just reminded me so much of Anthony. Her and Anthony got along pretty well, but she listens a little bit better. Just a little bit though. But you know, 1.5, 2 years old, about the same age range, so they played pretty together. And she was a big hugger. I got to hold her and hug her a lot. She was a big hugger. And Athena, of course, loved my great niece to death. That youngin's so crazy of a baby, it's just like I was when I was little. But she even called my other niece her aunt and said, guess where I'm at? And she showed her the video of the baby, and she's like, oh, Athena, because they haven't got to meet her yet. We haven't gotten to take her much. You hear I'm hoarse, but it's actually probably from spending the day outside with all the stuff that's like starting to die now, because we're coming into fall here soon. And I was out there with all that stuff like almost all day. I tried to stay in the shade as best I could because it got hot. It was supposed to pour all day, but it did not. It was very, very sunny for a long time there. And it was just so hot. I finally came in and took all my clothes off and put shorts and tank top on. I was wearing, regular clothes at first. I can't post the videos we shot on this YouTube channel because we were playing with Bang Bangs. So I put them over on the Exploration channel. That's the first link in the description below if you're interested in seeing that. I got a new Bang Bang. My nephew had gotten a new Bang Bang. My new Bang Bang is actually a borrow from my dad because I like that Bang Bang better than the other one I had. And I gave him that one and took the other one. You'll see it. It's over there. So you just have to go over there and check it out if you're interested in. We didn't really do much with the Target. We had a board out there we were tearing all to hell, but that's pretty much all we did, just having a good time. And, you know, it was a wonderful, wonderful day. I didn't know they were coming till later in the day yesterday afternoon, and then once they were here, it was just so much chaos. And then, I was supposed to tell you about the keto stuff. Let me tell you about the keto stuff, then I'll tell you about the insane crazy thing that I did yesterday that after I did it, I was like, oh my god, that was like crazy. And Destiny's going, haven't you seen any of these criminal shows enough to know better than this? But there was a reason. Alright, so anyway, keto day yesterday turned out pretty good, and I didn't tell you half the stuff in the video that I meant to tell you. Like the day before, I had posted a video talking about glucose and blood sugar and all this. I know that there's a difference. When I'm talking about glucose and blood sugar and stuff like that, the words to me are just kind of interchangeable. It's so weird, I know, but I do know that when I'm talking about checking your glucose, I know it's actually checking your blood sugar and checking those levels. For me, checking your blood sugar levels are just as telling as checking your ketone levels. So I just wanted to clear that up, that I do know. When I'm talking about it, it flows out and I'll say blood glucose instead of blood sugar, and I don't know why, but I do. I know they're two different things, but anyway, just wanted y'all to know that. But I think most of you really knew and understood what I meant, so I'm so tired. I could just like pass out right now and just sleep like crazy. But I slept really good last night. I really got some good sleep, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the weigh-in. It didn't go down much, but it did come down some, and I'm happy about that. Again, I don't know what was in the seasoning that I ate. I didn't eat anything off keto yesterday or any kind of keto sweets, so I guess it was all the activity. Just in case I didn't say it, here's the weigh-in. 62.2. If I'm not mistaken, from yesterday, that's 0.6 down. That's good. I'm happy about that. I turned the light down too low. Sorry. Oh, good grief. There we go. But 0.6 down. Not too bad for such a busy, hectic day. Now, let me tell y'all what I did yesterday. It was crazy. Now, at first, I thought it was one of my cousins. One of my dogs was out there with the little dog, Honey Bear. She's the main one of the bunch. She is. She was out there raising pure hell, and Jake was barking. So I walked out there to see what's going on. It's pouring rain. I mean, just absolutely pouring rain. And there's a dude standing in the driveway holding both his boots in his hand. He's trying to stop Honey Bear from biting him. You alright? You know, and Honey Bear, I called Honey Bear, of course, away. And I called Jake back. And dude's like shaking like a leaf. And I'm like, damn. You know, what's done happened to him? And he's like, can I use your phone? Now, there's a ton of us in here. So I didn't worry about it. And I knew that at least 3 of us at the time were armed, so I didn't worry about it. You know, it's just a fella that he come in. Turns out, and he knows my dad. Well, his dad knows my dad. He went to school with me, but of course I ain't seen him in many, many moons. But he come in here and he was talking on the phone, and it very quickly became evident that he was running from the po-po. And I was like, damn, you know. So while 3 of us was armed, I went ahead and passed off my stun gun. I was trying to pass it off to somebody else, and turned out they were armed too. I was like, okay, we're good, you know, we're good. But this dude's like in here, he's like shaking like a leaf, and I'm like, Destiny's like, what are you doing? I was like, I didn't know he was running from the popo. I had no idea. You know, I knew that there was a truck up the road broke down. We're like 1.5 miles from the truck, and of course not the first house you'd come to. I also didn't know he had ran through the woods to get here, which is why his boots were in his hand. It's like, whoa, dude, really? You know, wow. And I would like to think, I think I would never do that if I was home by myself. But they took me by surprise, and I said, yeah, you know, come on in and use the phone. But I was, of course, consciously aware that there were armed people in here and we were good to go. But it was still quite shocking, I guess is the word for it. Unexpected and heaven forbid that it happened to a woman who was by herself alone. Now, I knew his name. We looked up his criminal record. I know. All just jerk things. Nothing violent. Nobody else got hurt or anything like that. Just things he shouldn't have been doing. So it was okay, but it was still like, dude. And what he didn't know is that my nephew, little Johnny, who ended up taking him back to his vehicle after he had called for somebody to come meet him with a gas can and jumper cables, has been there and done that and has fought his way out of that. So he got, what is the word for it? Testified to all the way back to his truck and tell him, talked about the Lord and all that. So who knows? Maybe, just maybe he heard something Johnny said. I hope he did. I think everybody else calls the kid John, but I've never been able to call him John. He's Johnny, And people call my brother John, and it's just weird. His name is Johnny. It's actually John, but it's Johnny. But anyway, I just, off the chain, surprising. These kids too, all these love bugs. I got so many hugs and kisses. I got to do so much today and yesterday. It just, like I said, it feels like I've been in the ocean just being smacked by waves and smacked by waves. My whole body's tired. I hurt all over, more particularly one of my shoulders, that 12. I used to have a lot more padding here. I used to. Now you see what that thing hit. So no bruising though. I'm good to go. It felt like there was gonna be one. I still love to do it. I can't help it. It's one of my very, very favorite things in the whole world. Been raised up doing it. Loved it. But y'all, I'm so tired. And now I want to talk to you guys about something that I think a lot of people might need to hear right now, especially because I know I did. I know that when we go down our Facebook newsfeed, when we read articles, when we watch videos, or we're watching TV, right now we are bombarded with some of the most terrible things going on in human existence as we know it. We're seeing some of the most horrific things, some of the most horrific events. We're seeing just terrible things. And right now it looks like the world is absolutely evil. It looks like this is a mean, nasty, hard, ugly world we live in. But it's not. I mean, those are the things that are being highlighted. And right now, some of those things really do need to be highlighted so that we learn from our mistakes, so that we can correct some things that are going on. And I'm not talking about some of the stuff. I'm talking about mostly what's going on with the children. You've seen the Save Our Children movement going on. And seeing these things are horrific. Hearing about them are absolutely horrific. And those things, like I said, they need to be highlighted. We need to say, okay, this should not happen. Our children are 150,000 billion% off limits. You do not touch our children. Not one single hair on any single child should be hurt, period. If you intentionally harm a child, you ought to be strung up and be done. I don't care. I'm not bringing race into this whatsoever. No child should be harmed by nobody, period. Anybody. I don't care. I don't care if you're rich, poor, I don't care. You have no business doing anything to an innocent child. Period. We all love our children, and no parent should have to know that pain. Nobody should know that pain. So some of these things are important. They need to be highlighted. They need to be dealt with. We need to make this very clear. But at the same time, this world is not what it seems. It is not a mean, nasty, evil place. I am a good human being. You are a good human being. Most of the people you meet, and you are around are good and decent human beings. I would say at least 90% of the entire world's population are loving, decent, wonderful people who would do anything for you if they could. Some people have become jaded. They've seen a lot of stuff, and they shy away from things because of it. But that is not human nature. We are good people. We help each other more than we hurt each other. Yes, there is bad people out there. There are bad elements. There are highlighted elements because evil sells pretty much. But most of us are not like that. This world is not a mean, nasty, or an ugly place. This world is a good, wonderful, loving place. We just don't get to see it because we're bombarded with so much of the other terrible, horrible things. But I love you, and I know you love me, and I know a lot of people love each other, and we are very good and kind-hearted and decent people. So don't you let this world depress you right now. Yeah, there is things being highlighted that are not good, that are not great, that are not wonderful, but that is not the most part of the world. That is not the bulk of the world. We are good people. We love each other. We are a loving society. We are. And I'm going to tell you right now, like I told you a while back, and I had to learn this lesson again. And I've learned it over and over again because I get wrapped up in like the news coverage. I get wrapped up in my Facebook news feed, and I get angry about these things. But we got to take a step back from that. Turn off your Facebook news feed. Stop looking at it. Just don't. Get on there and post the good, wonderful things about your life. Post your babies. Post your videos. Post your happiness. Post your joy. Back away from everything else. And if you need to right now, cut these TVs off. Get out your radio, pull out a playlist that is a good, happy song playlist, and enjoy some music. That's at least better. Or intentionally look for comedies. Intentionally look for things that used to make you laugh. Go old school if you have to. But we got to break out of this shell of all this anger and this hatred and this thinking the world is a dark place and all this depression, because I know that we are being basically bombarded with psychological warfare right now. We are, our nerves are up on, just frazzled. Our anxieties are up. Our hackles are up. We're just, ugh. And I see it every day, all day. But that's not the truth of humanity. It's not. It's not. People are amazing. They are capable every single day of being somebody else's hero, somebody else's joy, somebody else's light. If you can be that light for somebody else, baby, sparkle. Shine like hell. Shine like a diamond. I know, but sparkle, okay? Let your light shine through. Give them love and joy. Show them that there is more to this world than what they're seeing that's highlighted. Those are evil segments. Those are sparks in history, and that's it. The rest of us are good people. We do not have to bombard our own selves with this stuff. So, back away. Seriously, turn everything off. Take yourself outside into the yard. Unless you have to deal with them evil little damn mosquitoes. Evil little things. But go outside and enjoy some nature. Enjoy some good company, some family, some friends, some love, some loved ones, some liquor if you must. Don't really do that right now if you don't have to. I'm just saying, find ways to spark joy in yourself, happiness in yourself, because the truth of humanity is that real good joy you feel. We remember the bad things more than we remember the good things. It's meant to teach us a lesson of what not to do again. But the good things are more prevalent. They're more important. They're more wonderful. Spending this time with my family, like I said, I feel like I've been beat up, but I had a ball, and there was a smile on my face. In fact, my jaw was hurt from smiling so much over the last 2 days. And I don't feel like I've had no vacation, let's just say that. I feel like I've been whooped up on. But it was still nice and lovely. And I swear my shoulders hurt like crazy. But that's a whole different story. Go over there and watch the little video I posted today. It wasn't an exploration video, but it was family fun time and joy, So I had a ball. I sound like this because of it. Beautiful babies, lots of love, lots of hugs and cuddles. And I just sorry Zach missed it because they came shortly after he left, and he won't be back till tomorrow. His other grandma's going to take him to school for his first day, and I know that she's going to love that because she loves him so much. We need to breathe together. We need to take our shoes off together, walk through the dirt, the mud, enjoy the sun, because that's, while it's hot, it feels good. It feels good to get that little bit of vitamin D from that, that big yellow ball up there. And when you go to bed tonight, pray for this world. Pray for its leaders to do the right thing instead of the wrong things. Even if you don't like them, I know some of you don't, pray for them to do the right things. Period. Just pray for them to be loving, smart, friendly, whatever's in your heart, pray for it. If you're not the praying type, I completely understand. But if you are, I'm going to ask you guys to throw down a prayer for Miss Melanie, who's still going through it with some things in her life. Pray for Miss Angie. She said had some of her tumors get just a little bit bigger. They put her on a different medication. She's not feeling that great. So throw a prayer out for her. Throw a prayer out for you. Throw a prayer out for me. That we should all experience love, joy, and happiness, and peace of mind, peace of heart, and just big smiles. They say it's contagious. You tell me, are you smiling? If you're not. Anyway, guys and dolls, there's ways to support the channel in the description below. New ways like that Cash App thing. I haven't got to use it much, but I think it's cool. It's got a lot of discounts and stuff. And then there's that the PayPal and the Amazon wishlist. There's so many things. There's a post office box below and all that. Miss Melanie says she's sending me something. I can't wait to see it. That's Princess Ninja and Keto, so go check her channel out. There's so many great upcoming YouTube channels as far as keto goes. I'm sure there's other ones too, but I'm a keto YouTuber, so I know about keto a little bit. If you're a keto YouTuber, just say me below. People can come visit your channel. I don't mind. Instead of typing out your link, don't put your link, but just say me, and they can just click on your name, and it'll take you to their to your channel. Because if you do that, it gets stuck in my spam, and nobody sees it. So, ways to support the channel below. Contact me if you need me. I love helping other people do keto because, I mean, I think that's kind of my calling in life. I think helping other people get on the right track with their own health is just my calling. I've learned it, and I know it, and I know how to do it, and I love helping people with it. So contact me if you need me. Visit ketodiamond.com if you just want to read about it instead of see it. Check out the playlist on the front of this channel with the how-to for beginners. It's pretty plain, simple, and cut and dry. I don't like to over explain things because that gets a little confusing for some people, so I like to keep everything as simple as possible. Check it all out. Much love to you. I will be back tomorrow, hopefully not as tired and not as drained. Might be that Corey has to work tomorrow, which means Anthony's. I'll be tired tomorrow. Much love to you guys and dolls. Bye, y'all.